Welcome to episode 46 of the Collector's Quest podcast. On this episode, we talk to Eric. You might know him as Lord Sega from Instagram. You might also know him as Eric's from Instagram, depending how far back you go. We talk to him about his amazing collection, how he got there, where he's going next, and what he's collecting. We also chat a little bit about Sega. And before we get to the episode, I gotta ask, just as we do every week, if you like what we're doing, please go ahead and do one of the following things for us. Shout us out, tell a friend, or give us a review on iTunes. That's the best way you can help us right now. I've had people ask to donate. We don't need donations yet or anything like that. That's super appreciated and very generous. We're not there yet. Just keep telling people about us and let us grow, and that's the best thing we can do. So anyways, thanks for that, and before we get to the episode, I do want to call out our CQ pick of the week, and that goes to the Unfun Gamer. That's the_unfun_gamer for his pick of Bart and the Beanstalk. Got pretty artistic, went black and white on it. Anyways, stay tuned for the episode.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Collector's Quest. I'm Kat here with Johnny.
Hey, Kat, how's it going?
It's good. It's 1,000,000 degrees here, but other than that, it's good.
Oh, it's hot in Canada? It gets hot in Canada?
It does. We were starting to get into nice fall weather, and then today it decided it would feel like the middle of summer with the most amount of humidity it could have.
What is hot in Canada?
32 degrees.
Okay, and that in Fahrenheit for me is?
I don't know. Google it.
Oh, come on, Kat. You Canadians know both of them.
Oh, no, we do not.
Yeah, I've heard you switch from Celsius to Fahrenheit.
No, I will Google it for you.
Thanks. Let me Google that for you.
Yeah, I have no idea. That is 89.6 degrees.
Oh, man, that is not that hot, but humidity is terrible.
Yes.
All right. Hey, that was the Collector's Quest weather segment. Let's just get away from that.
Well, there's something new and exciting in the news now.
Oh, yeah. Some things happened today, some unexpected things.
And for those of us who don't know, that would be?
Super Mario Run, coming to an iPhone near you.
Or iPad.
Or iPad, yeah. The big deal about this is that Nintendo, which barely just entered the mobile space with, Miitomo, all of a sudden was up on stage. Miyamoto is up on stage with Tim Cook of Apple, and they're announcing an exclusive iOS game, which is Super Mario Run, and I was not prepared for that.
Are you excited?
I don't know. I mean, I have an iPhone. I'm one of those people. I'm an iPhone person, and I'll probably buy it. So yay! I think I'm more excited about the secondary announcement though, and that's the Mario stickers that are going to be in the messaging program. So you use them to enhance your messages, kind of like emojis.
So you're like, the game is good, stickers better.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm probably going to use the stickers more than the game.
Right. Well, I guess that's fair. I think it's kind of cool that there's going to be something Mario, for the iPhone. It'll be interesting to know what the gameplay is going to be like.
Well, they said it's going to be Mario. They showed it. It looks like the new Super Mario World graphics, or new Super Mario 3D graphics. So it looks like that, and Mario is constantly running. So he's going to be sprinting along, and you can jump, and it's force feedback on the tap. So you tap to jump, and the longer you tap, the farther he jumps. And I forget the tapping sequence, but he can do a backflip. He's got different style jumps, and your goal is to collect as many coins as the stage moves along with him running as you can.
Okay. Which is, I don't know, I like those kind of games, but I feel like I get a little tired of them after a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not super deep gameplay.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no control. They made some jokes, Miyamoto made some jokes, got some laughs about, you can play it one-handed, so you can do other things like eat an apple, he made a joke about eating an apple.
Right, of course, with Apple iPhone.
Right. So, yeah, that was surprising. It was just a kind of a weird thing, and there's, I think, a couple of different game modes for Super Mario Run, right?
Yeah, there's the, challenge courses and a challenge play mode and then a mode where you can create your own mushroom kingdom with all the coins that you've collected and that the toads have collected by playing the 2 different game modes before it.
Right, that second mode, that challenge mode, is kind of like the ghost cart in Super Mario Kart.
Yes.
So, you play against your friend's data, so not against them directly. And they run the course, you run the course, and whoever did it better, impressed more toads, gets more coins, and then wins, and then you get those people to populate your Mushroom King.
And you get, I'm assuming, obviously, better things to put in your Mushroom Kingdom with the more coins you have.
Yeah, I would think so, but I'm not sure. When does this thing come out?
December 2016, and there is a website for it, supermariorun.com, which will give you a little bit of information about the game itself, and you can sign up for updates and when things are going to be released. I'm sure they'll send little things along the way, like, oh, only so many days.
Yeah, so new phone is, just like 2 weeks away. New Mario game is just a couple months away, and I think the stickers come out before the game, so I think the stickers come out in like October or maybe when iOS 10 releases. Maybe that's what they said. I don't remember. I watched it this morning briefly as I was working, so I didn't have my full attention. I did stop though the minute Mario came on the screen. I was not really I went into full mode where I just completely stopped functioning. Whatever work I was doing ceased immediately. I was not really prepared.
You were just, it caught you off guard, right?
Yeah, it was not something I expected. I hadn't heard any rumors. I wasn't also looking for any rumors, but I usually keep my ear to the ground for this kind of stuff. And I was shocked.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what it's like. And I'm curious what everybody else's kind of opinion is. Are they excited about it? Could they care less? Are they on the fence?
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
No, how do you feel?
How do I feel about it as opposed to how does our audience feel about it?
Yeah.
I'll definitely get it, and I'm sure I'll play it some. I'm not huge into that style of gameplay. I find those a little bit tedious on my phone, and I like something a little bit more in-depth. But I guess for me, those are kind of good, just I have a couple minutes, I can play this kind of thing.
The more exciting thing to me is now that Nintendo got in bed with Apple. What does this set a precedence for? Are we going to see more games like this? Is this this is a small experiment? They're just testing the waters, and now we have potentially more coming. That's the more interesting thing. What does the landscape look like going forward? Because this is new territory. Nintendo is, really protective of all of its licensing. So for them to pair with Apple, I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of hopeful that maybe this is just the tip of the iceberg and it goes well and it opens some doors for some other cool Nintendo-related iPhone games, because I feel like it's hard to find a really good game that I want to play on my phone.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I really look forward to is rebuying Zelda and Mario again on my phone. Because I know that shit is not going to transfer over from my Wii U purchases or my Wii purchases or even my 3DS purchase. Thanks, Nintendo. I'm already angry about it. I really feel like Nintendo nickel and dimes you on that kind of stuff. So it would be nice if they got some sort of unified system, where once you bought something, you owned it.
Yes. Yeah, I know you're not very happy about that.
No, I'm worried about it. I would like to see, as much as I'm worried about it, I would like to see those things maybe migrate over to the phone. I think that would be interesting. Lots of companies have already done this. Sega's done it a bunch. Square's done it. And now that they here's one of the things they lifted on the Apple TV. It used to be you couldn't make a game that required a controller.
Right.
That is no longer a restriction. You can now require an actual third party Xbox style controller for Apple TV games. So I'm also excited about what that could mean there.
Well, I guess there'll be lots of interesting things to find out about in the near future then.
Yep. And I'll get into this real quick. We won't comment on it too much. But Pokemon Go features are now coming to the new and old Apple Watch. So that's something for any of you Pokemon Go players to look out for. My wife is super excited to be able to tap Pokestops on her watch. That's a new thing you'll be able to do. And it will detect Pokemon that are near you. and it'll show you your progress on hatching eggs, so you can leave your phone in your pocket, save some of that battery.
Well, that's great. That's kind of a nice thing.
Yeah, I don't think you can catch Pokemon from the watch, but it displays all the stats and kind of alerts you when they're near and stuff. So my wife was pumping the fist when I told her that. She was really, really pleased as an avid Pokemon Go player.
Well, that's awesome. I think that's cool to be able to have that and have it as like kind of an alert, and then you're not walking around with your phone, right?
Right. Do you have an Apple Watch?
No, I don't. But I have everything else Apple.
Yeah. What about John?
John doesn't either. No, we have, iMacs and MacBooks and iPads and phones, but no Apple Watches.
Yeah, because I know he's a big Pokemon guy, right? He loves Pokemon.
He does.
I learned this about him. I've been snooping around, found out some things about him.
Oh, who were you snooping with? I feel like this is a who and not a what were you snooping on.
Oh no, I was actually shout out to the Narc podcast. I was listening to some episodes of that, and they talked about it. So he revealed it. I didn't actually dig that up or anything. Yeah,
John loves Pokemon. I'm sure he'd love to have an Apple Watch. He's really bad with watches though, so I feel like he might destroy it. It might have been a very expensive, quick lifespan.
His line of work is not really conducive to that type of watch.
No, that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like he'd only wear it once in a while, so maybe not the best.
Yeah, I don't do watches anymore. All of my friends have the Apple Watch, and I was like, get a watch. I was like, you know how many years it took me to get a watch off my arm? I literally had a watch on my wrist at like 3 years old. I could tell time before I could read, like properly read. Like I was like 2 years old when I learned to tell time. I was like really obsessed with it. Still am to a point. So yeah, I was like, my first watch was a Ronald McDonald watch.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like seriously. So I had a watch on for a long time, and I didn't take it off until I was 25, 26, because it was after I'd already met my wife. And that had a lot to do with the smartphones. Yeah, it took a long time for me to break that as a habit because I would just stare at it. So yeah, I'm not really interested in going back into that world.
Okay, well, that's fair. You're like, no, that's enough.
Yep, it's more Johnny reveals his weirdness on the podcast. There we go. All right, so we've covered me being weird and the weather. I think we've pretty much covered Collector's Quest.
Oh, okay, that's good. Everybody have a good night.
Yeah, I think we have a guest today, don't we?
We do. Do you want to tell us who that is?
Yes, we have Lord Sega with us, and that's Lord_Sega. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and his name is Eric, so I just revealed that. Spoiler. Sorry, guys. So, yeah.
The format.
Yeah. Also, you were on Instagram before as a different name. You were, what was it? Was it Eric's? Or just
it was
ER1KS?
Yeah, my name. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. That was you. You were one of the first people I followed on Instagram, actually.
Yeah, it's because we're like brothers from another mother.
Right, as far as our Sega walls go. And
yeah.
So I will tell you the story before we get into the interview of how I learned about you and my first experience on Instagram before I met Kat or anybody. My buddy Steve, a Super Video Game Bros, he put me on Instagram, said, you got to go. Took a picture, put it out there. And then I was like, oh, he put my Nintendo wall. I should add my Sega wall up there. And then the first private message I got was, did you steal this picture? I was like, no, I didn't steal this picture. That's definitely Eric's game room. I'm like, who is Eric? I'm such a noob to Instagram. I'm like, I've had this Genesis collection for years. Who is Eric? And they're like, you definitely stole this.
Oh, it's hilarious. They were defending my honor.
Yeah, and then you had a few other fans that kind of questioned me too. Like, I'm on Instagram for less than 3 hours, and I'm already in a fight.
Hilarious.
I'm like, what is going on here? I just got here. I thought this was cool. I didn't steal anything.
The backlash.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I have been getting backlash ever since I got to Instagram. Not too hard, but Kat never gets any. I always get hey, F you, buddy. I'm like, oh, God, I didn't think I was that unlikable.
But I get the weird messages, so I take what you get instead.
Yeah, well, Kat gets dick pics, and I don't, thankfully.
Yeah.
So
you're like, I can do without that.
Yeah. You get a lot of dick pics, Eric?
Well, only when I ask for them.
Oh,
yeah.
Special Instagram name for that, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's dick pics with a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think maybe I'll go penis pics with a 1.
There you go.
And that way we'll be
that's
very
like
similar.
Yeah. So that's hilarious. I didn't know that. When I saw your account, which was early on when you got on Instagram, I was like, holy shit, this guy's got like the exact same Sega wall as me, except for color coordinated.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, but your Sega collection, it's funny. There's always a bigger collection out there somewhere, and yours was the one. When I saw it, I was like, holy shit. Because some of the things that you've got, I might have, but yours is like in better condition or complete, something like that, and it's insane. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it's no, it was interesting. Yeah, because I was like, man, that's a really good collection, and it does look a lot like mine after I found you.
Yeah, it was so funny. I'm glad they were defending my honor.
Yeah, you had people, and they were ready to throw down. And I still get
that's hilarious.
Like the last time I posted the Sega wall, someone still was like, Eric's is still better. I was like, what is this?
My God.
I was like, what is this about? I didn't know I was
so not true. Dude, that's the funny part.
I'm like, I'm not competing with anybody. Like, get out of here. Like, we can all have nice collections, guys.
Yeah.
They can all be nice. Yeah. I don't need to win. No one needs to win.
Yeah, we should put like a little subtitle on our pics, this is not Johnny's, this is not Eric's. Yeah. And then, I would just point out the color coordination, and that's the difference right there. So.
Yeah, I'm actually revamping a little bit of it to color coordinate it just a little bit better.
That's insane. I have to admit,
of course you are.
I've considered it. The red Genesis boxes, they look nice together. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
and the black grids are great too.
Yeah, I've got right now like the black runs into the red, and I just want the red stops at like halfway down one of the shelving units, and I just want one solid wall of red, and then it can bleed into the other shelf, but I want just one consistent red wall.
Which, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, my OCD finally got to me. I was like, I've actually been toying with the idea for a little while. I'm like, don't do it. And like, also the shelves were slightly offset. I'm like, it's fine. That other unit is fine there. You don't need to like tear that all down. Well, I got the new shelving unit and I built it, so I'm in the process. So my office is all
gotta do. Yeah.
OCD 1.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's talk about you. That's enough talking about me. What inspired the name change?
I took a break. I took a good, healthy break from social media. Had some personal issues I was dealing with. So I'm now Lord Sega, and I am also single. So you can get the gist there.
Okay.
So so I took a nice break, and I was missing Instagram. Instagram was a lot of fun, and I actually had some people kind of asking and posting about my old account. So maybe I don't know, made me feel good. So I came back, and a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're glad you came back.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right, that's the story. Now, had people ask me. Now you can stop asking me. I did it.
Yeah.
I interviewed him. We got there.
There you go.
We have the answer. He's back.
Yeah. You have an answer.
Yeah, I think, like, I'm not joking. I think everyone that followed me follows me again. Like, it's hilarious. It was the quickest 4,000 followers I just couldn't believe it. So yeah, it's great. It's great to be in contact back with all my old buddies. I think I took like a 6-month break, I think.
Yeah, it was like, because I had no followers, and then by the time you came back, I had followers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey, I think he's back. I remember hearing the whispers that you were back. I think he's back. I think he's called Lord Sega now.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Let me look.
My favorite was Dan O'Brown messaged me about, he's like, oh, I see you're back with your little secret account. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kind of giving me shit. That guy cracks me up, so I was... Anyway.
I hear a lot of good things about him, and I know he does patches, but I don't think I follow him, and I don't know him.
Oh, you need to.
I've never chatted with him at all.
Oh, you need to. He's a Nintendo guy, straight up, NES, and his sense of humor is hilarious. He'll probably hear this, and we'll be even more besties now.
Okay.
But yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, one does not amass that many games without some sort of process, and I know Kat wants to ask you about how that happened. Kat, why don't you take over?
Yeah, I'm curious to know how this all happened because you have a huge collection of games. So was this like nostalgic, or did you find it later in life, or like how did it happen?
Well, I think all of us, it starts with the nostalgia, you know. I grew up with an NES, and then we got a Genesis for Christmas, I think in 90 or 91, my brother and I. But then, like everyone else, we sold all of our stuff for the next console. And about 12 years ago, I was over at my stepdad's, and he had a garage full of stuff that he had bought at flea markets. And he had a bunch of monitors running with all different consoles plugged in. And it just kind of, I don't know, I was just blown away when I walked in and saw all that stuff playing. And he's like, "Oh, you like this stuff? Here you go. Here's a free Nintendo. Here's a free Genesis. Here's some games." And I went back to my apartment at the time and set it all up. And that's kind of how it all started. And it's obviously blown up since then.
So what took it from bringing home a couple consoles to a ton of games? There had to be like some sort of jump in there.
Well, I was a. It started out with, Funcoland was still around, I think, at the time. They were GameStop pretty quick after that, and or bought up by GameStop. And I was a manager for a sporting goods store, Big Five Sporting Goods, and just a few stores down was a Funcoland. So I'd come in with my shirt and tie, and I'd walk over to the Nintendo bin and grab like 30 games at a time, and walk up to the counter and go, "Here, I'll take these." And it was just, I don't know, I would just started out with games that I had as a kid, or games that my friends had, or games that I wanted. And then it went to, "Oh man, this has got a funny cover," or, "Oh, I don't have this one." And next thing I know, I've got, 1,000 games almost without even thinking about it. And also back then when I started, we're talking like 2000, I don't know, 2002, 2003. Everything was dirt cheap back then. If I went to the flea market, games were still $1 a piece. So I could just load up, and it just spun from there. There's actually, I could probably talk about it for forever because I've got, over 10 years worth of collecting, but that's kind of how it started.
That's amazing. And you're right, though. Back then, it's so much easier to just pick up a big lot and not think about it. But
oh man,
that's still phenomenal.
My collecting too, I'd say 90% of it I've found, maybe 10% eBay. The rest of it I've found hunting around. So
how many games are you at now total?
I don't have an ongoing catalog. I would guess probably around 4,000 if I had to guess.
That's a good lot of games.
Yeah.
Did you cringe there a little, Johnny?
A little, just a little.
Well, he's got more than me.
I don't have a catalog either.
Yeah. Oh, I know about Johnny and his list. I listened to the podcast, so
okay, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
If Johnny, it's funny because we have very similar collections, but if he saw how I collected, he'd probably just pee his pants a little bit because it's probably the opposite of what he does. So it's pretty funny.
Well, most of my Genesis stuff I actually found in the wild, so that was like, I mentioned this on the podcast before, but I got it because I was hunting for Nintendo stuff.
Right.
And I would always, I wasn't waking up at 6 a.m., so right. I would get there and they'd be like, "Well, Nintendo stuff's gone, but I got the Sega stuff."
That was definitely part of the reason. I definitely amassed the most Genesis of anything, especially in the beginning. I started out, it was NES, Genesis, Super Nintendo. That's what I was collecting, the big three. And you just couldn't help but find box Genesis games. They're everywhere, and they were dirt cheap. I was lucky. Northern California, especially at the time, we just had a ton of mom and pop video game stores. And I was friends with almost all the owners because I was in there spending money. And, so I'm wheeling and dealing, and I'm buying, probably Genesis, I'd buy 10 or 20 at a time, I don't know, once a week or every other week because they were just so cheap.
So give us the lowdown on that, on your collection. Like, what are the stats like as far as complete sets?
Sure. I've got, obviously, I like Sega, but I actually like the entire hobby. So I collect for every console. I've got the US Sega Master System set. I've got every game but Buster Douglas. And I have trouble. Is it Buster Douglas?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
expensive
Buster Douglas. Yeah, it's the one that I have trouble pulling the trigger on. Because there's only a couple on eBay at a time, and they're always pricey. There'll be a time where I just pull the trigger and finish that one. But so I've got just about near complete Master System. I do have a complete Sega Genesis set. What I mean by that is I have every retail release. I don't have all the variants, but I have one of every one of every game. I've got a complete 32X set. Spider-Man, that's box, with the exception of Spider-Man. I just have the cart. Working on Sega CD, working on Saturn. And then I have a bunch of games of just about every other console. I do love the NES. I've got a bunch of box NES games. Love the Super Nintendo. Love the Neo Geo. Although I collect the MVS carts for the arcade cabinet, I don't collect the AES carts. Huge price difference there. And I have a 4-slot Neo Geo arcade cabinet, so collect the carts from there. Blah, blah, blah. What else? PC Engine, Turbo Graphics, Neo Geo Pocket, you name it. I collect it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's an impressive amount of games. 4,000 made up over all these different systems, lots of complete sets. What are you actively working on now?
Kind of focused on Sega CD, Sega Saturn, also kind of casually. What I mean by that is, pick them up as I go, the ones I don't have. Sega CD is probably my main right now. Yeah. And
how far into Sega CD are you? Because there's not that many Sega CDs.
Yeah, it's a small set, and that's what's kind of appealing. After finishing the Genesis set and the 32X, I think I've got about 35 left.
35? That's not too bad.
No, not too bad. What is it? KO the Flying Dragon or Flying Squadron or whatever it is. That one's gonna kill me if I decide to pull the trigger on that one. But
yeah, that's gotten pretty pricey.
It's insane.
Yeah, and do you have Snatcher?
Yeah. I just got that in trade a month or so ago through Instagram. Cartridge Cartel. I love that guy. He came over and we did a big trade. He got a lot of Super Nintendo from me, Johnny.
Oh, did he? Well,
to get that Snatcher, yeah.
I'm good on Super Nintendo. I'm in a weird zone where I just collect whatever now. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird feeling when you complete some of those big sets that you want.
Yeah, when did you complete your Genesis set?
I think it's probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago now.
Okay, so you've been at it for a while, but you're just pretty recent still on the completion. Yeah, I wasn't a completionist or a completist, whatever you want to call it. It just kind of, once I hit around 500 games, then I realized, hey, I might want to go for the whole set. So Instagram was a big help. I did a lot of trades with other Instagrammers to help complete the set, actually. Yeah, I mean, when I started, I wasn't going for sets either, and I especially wasn't looking to get into Genesis. I was kind of mainly after Saturn. I was just kind of grabbing Genesis stuff as I saw it because it was cheap. Yeah. And then I got interested in it, because I was a Nintendo kid.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wow, there's all these games I haven't played or tried out. So that was really interesting. It was kind of the most interesting set for me to collect for because I learned a ton while doing it.
Yeah, it's a great console. I got one for Christmas, but I think it was a year or two later I got the Super Nintendo, so I love them both.
Oh yeah, they're both great systems. I mean,
yep.
People want to be like, Genesis sucks, and it's really Genesis sucks. Let's examine that statement a little bit. Does it actually suck, or do you just prefer Nintendo? Because you can prefer Nintendo, but that's kind of a pretty big leap from preference to sucking.
Yeah, I love the Nintendo.
Well, I feel like
loyalists.
Instagram's bad for that.
Oh well, they love Nintendo. They love it. So it's which kind of makes it fun because then if you're a Sega guy, your posts are unique because there's only so many times you can post a picture of The Legend of Zelda.
Right. Well, but you only got 35 likes, unfortunately, with that Sega post.
Well, yeah, I get a couple more than that because I've got bookshelves, so
yeah.
they get excited.
It is pretty interesting when I post something Sega. People are like,
"Oh man!"
I just posted the picture of the Outback Joey cart.
Oh man,
which,
yeah.
If you're a Sega nerd, that's it's amazing. I'm not going to be modest.
Oh, it's
There's
the
not
Holy
many.
Grail.
Yeah, it's
Could you tell me how you picked it up? Because you have it complete, right?
Yeah, I have the most complete collection that I've seen. There's probably one guy who's got a better set than me, but
How did you get that?
I got it from being on Nintendo Age. There were some guys there that I knew had it, and
Yeah.
I was at that point I was completing the cardboard collection, so I
Yep.
was making the list because I mean, as you knew, you didn't when you were collecting, you had no idea which games came in cardboard boxes.
Right.
So I'm the guy out there making that list to figure it out. So I was going through that, and I'm like, that's when I wasn't even going for a Genesis set. I said, I'm going to be the guy who completes this cardboard set. No one's done that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be the first one.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that.
No, exactly. That was
Yeah.
part of it. And
Yeah.
the lack of people wanting to do it appealed to me. I was like, I'm going to do this, and I knew these guys had it, and I was like, okay, I know this thing is super rare, and then I started trolling and Digit Press forums, and I found that they had it, and people were making it to be a really big deal, like people who were big collectors to me at the time. I was like, oh, this is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
And it was about 4 years ago, because it was right when I moved into the house that I live in now. And I contacted them. They said I'd worked with them before on some Master System stuff, and they said, sure, we will sell it, and this is our price if you want to buy it. And it was $2,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I think, man, I don't even know what. Have you any idea what the value of yours is? Because it's got to be.
No,
Well,
I
it's
don't.
got to be like 10,000. I have no idea.
I mean, I don't know what it would be like in the open market. It could close for $3,000. Who knows?
Well,
I think a Genesis collector would pay probably $5,000 for it. Complete.
Maybe more. Seriously,
Maybe
though,
more.
because I mean, there's. Anyway, who knows? If you have the right amount of action on the auction, it doesn't matter. You're probably never going to sell it anyway. But
it's fun to speculate.
Yeah, it's got to be insane.
Well, it's weird because about 2.5 years ago, I know one sold for like $2,100 or maybe even less than that. I think the guy
So much has changed though in the last 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden, now a cart just closed for like $3,700 or something, or $3,500, and I was like, oh my god, what just happened?
Yeah, I've seen those because it's in my saved search just because I like to torture myself.
Oh yeah,
and because I'll never buy it. And if I ever find it, I think I would just die laughing if I found it.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
it's so uncommon,
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for someone to open up a factory, like a warehouse door, and find 100 of them. That's what I'm waiting for.
That would be amazing. I don't think
It
that
could
would ever
happen.
happen. You never know. What was it? What was that Sega CD game they found 1 million of? Anyway, yeah. So it definitely happens.
Yeah, I mean it not as much as it used to, but it is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I felt pretty good. I've got the Miracle Piano in the Genesis Miracle Piano box.
Nice. Yeah, that's a hard one to get too. People underestimate how hard that is.
Yeah, if you're a Genesis collector, that's kind of one of the holy grails. I would say that one and Outback Joey would be the two hard, like most uncommon, I would think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends what you count too, as far as like things that were actually retail releases. A lot of guys don't want to count Miracle Piano at all. They're like, it's not a game. And
right. Well, that's how I go to sleep at night. I tell myself that Outback Joey was an accessory.
Oh well, so, here's more. You're like, well, it doesn't say Genesis on it. So.
That's right. Well, the guys that own it say that it's part of the set.
Yeah, and the guys who don't,
say it's not.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's what I don't care what delineation. I never tell anyone how to collect. You don't want to count it. Sure, you don't want to count Miracle Piano. I'm like, it does say Genesis.
Right.
Like, we're splitting hairs on like what's a game now. Like that's
the piano I found on Craigslist. A guy listed it as a keyboard. That was it. And it was like the most random find. I don't check Craigslist constantly, and I was like, I don't know. I was on a Miracle, kick. I was looking for it, but for the NES, really, because the Genesis one's just so uncommon. Here's this guy. He posts a picture of it, and it's grainy, but I can see that orange circle in the right corner, and I almost lost my mind.
What'd you get it for?
Man, I think I paid $100 for a box complete.
Nice. Yeah, I paid $150 and then like $50 shipping.
Yeah, and it's easily what, $500, I would say.
I have not looked again. I own 2 Miracle Pianos, for the NES and the Genesis one. Yeah. And I just have the card for Super Nintendo because, I mean, you can only have so many damn Miracle Piano boxes.
Yeah. How much room you got? Yeah, exactly.
It's all the same too, except for like a few
sure.
of the books and a few of the wires. You're just like, get out of here.
Yeah,
I don't need another one of these things.
You don't want a collection of just those?
No, even I have my limits, Kat.
Actually, I would like to see him kind of running all three.
Okay, fine. I guess you're running out of space.
Well, 4. There's the PC one as well.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to just a picture of me surrounded by Miracle pianos.
Yeah, kind of like that scene from like the music store in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Right.
You could be like that guy.
That's my dream.
Yeah.
That's my new dream right now.
Yeah, that'd be a great picture, man. Let me know when you post that.
Yeah, hashtag goals.
There you go. Yeah.
Are you ready for that, Kat?
I think you might actually get a lot of likes.
Yeah, that would be great. No one's going to know what the Miracle piano is, but the picture will be good.
Well, I'll just hashtag Nintendo, so it'll be all right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Nintendo Life, Iger's Nintendo.
And those are my go-tos.
Instagram.
Yep, got those.
Yeah, if you want to guaranteed 200 likes, just use those hashtags. You'll be good.
I try that. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Like the new algorithm is so funny. Like it's hard.
I have no idea. How does that? I've got videos that I've posted that have like 20,000 views, and I'm like, how? And it's the crappiest little 30-second video, and I'm just, how does this algorithm work? I have no idea.
Yeah, and then you post an awesome picture, and you're like, 200 likes. What happened?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like I posted a picture recently of a Resident Evil box set that I just picked up. It's not even nice. I mean, it's a cool box set, but it's
I saw it.
Okay, yeah. So you saw it. It's not even in like very good condition. It's okay. Got like 1,000 likes or something. Posted like and that's like a PlayStation thing. And then I posted like a pretty nice picture of like Smash Brothers up against like the N64 wall.
Yep.
Crickets.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
There's no rhyme or reason.
No, I don't understand the algorithm at all. I mean, hey, it works. You know what I mean? You get a ton of followers when you hit that algorithm, whatever that means.
Yeah.
You know, but, which, you know, I enjoy the interaction on Instagram. So if I get, 100 followers and 10 of them are real people that actually talk, it's worth it. So.
Oh yeah, no, I have enough followers where I get a lot of good interaction. I've got a lot of people I like and I'm friends with on Instagram. Yeah. So that doesn't really bother me. I'm just always like perplexed by it. I'm just like trying to figure it out.
No, it's amusing. It's very.
How does this work? I don't.
Yeah, I was shocked because I took a break and came back. And I have two buddies that live close by, Naked Bob and Sega Retro Revival. These are my real life buddies, that are on Instagram.
Okay.
And I'm texting them, and I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" And I'm like, "Why do I have 10,000 views for this?" They're like, "I don't know."
Yeah, no. So, I mean, I ask Kat all the time because Kat, I don't know if you've seen Kat, but she has like 2 million followers or 25,000 or something like that.
Not 2 million.
25,000 now, or are you close?
Well, she has a slight advantage over me and you, Johnny. So
yeah.
Yeah. So, but
yeah, she collects Nintendo.
That's what what I was talking about. Yeah. So there is that.
I collect a small amount of Sega.
She does.
There you go.
She's almost got her Master System done. She's got chops.
I heard the podcast where you guys were talking about that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and she's Kat knows her stuff. Well, I don't want to sell Kat short.
No, yeah, absolutely. I was just kidding.
Well, you don't understand. If I even appear to be mean to Kat, I get backlash.
I think that's friggin' hilarious.
Yeah, like people are real protective of Kat. Like they're like, nobody puts baby in the corner. Like, whoa.
I would just like to state that I give Johnny lots of crap, and never does Johnny be like, "No, you're not going to talk about this," because it would be like, "Excuse you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So it's fine. You don't have to give Johnny crap, so good.
Yeah, no, Kat is super capable of defending herself. Kat's got claws.
There you go.
There you go. That was a good pun.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm working at it. Yeah.
New hashtag, yeah.
Yeah, you should, Kat, will you put that on a few of your pics? Just like, do like 1 or 2 mean pictures and just be Kat's got claws. Just make that.
Yes, I will absolutely do that. My picture tomorrow, I will make sure it's something I can include that.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. I'll repost it.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to put that on when we post this podcast. Hashtag Kat's got claws.
Yeah, there we go. New hashtag.
You're in this whole world. How are you collecting now? Like, what is your your go-to method for collecting? Like, do you just hit these random mom and pop shops still? Like, because collecting 10 years ago was a lot different than collecting right now. So what do you do?
Yeah, it's completely different. But I hold on to my old ways, I think. The mom and pop shops, a lot of them are gone. So there's a couple of my go-tos that I still go to. I still love flea markets, although, it's very hit or miss. And, we're all, I think, being driven to eBay, frankly.
Yeah.
So we're learning how to be smart with our eBay searches, recently listed and, ending soonest, all of that, to try to catch a deal. But, I still love the hunt. So if as much as I can, going to, the Portland Retro Gaming Expo here in October.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, really looking forward to that. That's gonna be great.
That'll be cool. You didn't come down for SoCal.
No, man, I was on vacation, or I would have.
That's right. Yeah, I saw you were you were on vacation for a little bit because I was like, we should get him on the show. Oh wait, he's gone.
Yeah, I went to Northern Virginia, hang out with my brother. I actually hit a couple of shops in Maryland. Play Raven in Maryland, highly recommended. So Frederick, Maryland.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I was going to ask you, now that you brought up your vacation, made me think of your daughter, and I always see her running around the game room. Yeah. So what is that like having a child? How old is she? First?
She's 3.5.
Okay, so she's a handful.
Yeah, it's like she wakes up, you rip the ripcord, and she stops moving. Yeah, she stops moving when she falls asleep.
Yeah.
And stops talking, stops moving. The kid just doesn't stop. And it's hilarious. I love it. She was sitting, I don't know if you guys saw, I recently picked up an Xbox kiosk, the original Xbox kiosk.
I saw.
And it's kind of been my new play, my new plaything. And last night she stole my chair. She's sitting on the chair and she's playing the Xbox to, the best of her ability. A little 3.5-year-old. She's playing, the original Sonic for the Genesis. I've got a modded Xbox. So, you just makes you stop and stare because you're just reliving those experiences, playing for the first time and learning how to move and jump at the same time and all that's just so fun to watch and see, watch her develop. And she loves all of it, which is really cool. I'm going to try to keep her, balanced and, I don't know how to say it, as well-rounded as I can. So it's not the only thing she thinks about, but it's great to see that she loves it.
Yeah, I was going to say, she looks like she's engaged in it, so that's what I find interesting, that she's so young and she's like totally into it. I
post pictures of her because my Instagram is kind of like a journal, and I like going back and looking at my posts and remembering when I found something or blah, blah, blah. So I post pictures of her for kind of the same reason, and it's kind of cool. Everybody... I get a lot of interaction about that too. Everybody talks about how much they think that, she's cute and how funny the pictures are and things like that. So I dig that.
Awesome. Yeah. It's, I'm curious to see like where she gets to like in a few years.
Yeah.
We'll revisit the topic and see if she's still into games. Cause I think I played my first game around 3.5 and it was an Atari. And I still remember playing Combat. So
yeah. I remember the 2600. A friend had it. I remember thinking how strange it was and how hard it was to control. But I started out with the NES, so I was probably around 8.
Yeah, I'm a little older than you, I think. So I'm 37.
Yeah, we're close. We're close.
Yeah.
Yeah. 30s.
Yeah, 30s.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an interesting time. Yeah, I played a lot of Atari. Like my uncle had one, and I'd go over. I remember like specifically Combat was like the first thing I remember turning on an Atari myself and like sitting down and playing. But also I remember playing a lot of River Raid.
Yeah.
Which is a hard game. It's a hard game. Yeah. So I was young trying to get River Raid down in. And then we had a little, remember them little mini cabs that they had? I had a Pac-Man mini cab.
Oh yeah, the Coleco.
Yeah,
Coleco,
exactly.
Yeah, I just kind of restored a Coleco Pac-Man recently. I love those things.
Yeah, I think they're cool, but they're kind of big, so it's like, where do you put them? And I think they're better outside of the box. Actually,
outside of the box for sure, and they look sexy on the shelf. They're great. They're great. They're a little pricey, I guess. It's all relative. What do you think is pricey? But they're fun. They're fun to collect. Yeah.
I mean, I collected Super Nintendo, so I guess they're whatever.
Yeah.
But
you're that's insane. But anyway, awesome picture when you posted the finished set. That's insane.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So you like everyone else has been hoarded into eBay land, but also
Yeah.
you're doing a lot of trades on Instagram still.
Yeah, love it. I've always seemed to have trades going. Traded with you.
Yes, yeah. Perfect trade.
Yeah. It's funny. I sent you that Earthworm Jim for the Game Boy Color, I think it was.
Yep, awesome.
And
love it.
It's funny. I saw that at my local retro shop, and I was like, I don't really want this, but somebody needs to own this. And it had been sitting in the glass case for, I don't know, a couple months. So I grabbed it.
Oh,
and,
yeah. You gave me a sweetheart deal on it, too.
Well, it was equal, man. I know I got a bunch of sports games, but it's for me when I'm completing my Saturn set, it all costs us, the money all adds up.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Yeah, so it was fair. And I was happy to see it go to your monster collection anyway, so that's cool.
I've got a bunch of Game Boy Color stuff sitting around. I just have to figure out how to display it. But I do like my Earthworm Jim games, so I was really pleased to get that.
That's a great franchise. It's dead, but I loved it when it was out. Yeah.
Yeah, what was funny about that too, because you posted that right as I was
doing
a saved search for that too.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Yeah, you messaged me quick. On that. Yeah. And sometimes I'll do that. I'll just post a game because I'm like, I wonder if anybody's interested in this, and I won't even mention that it's for trade. I just post it just to see, test the waters.
Yep, you lured me in, so it's working.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so where are you going from here? What's the next big thing?
What's the next big thing? I just love to hunt. I really do. I love collecting. So I collect, for everything. About a month or two ago, I found my Nintendo Red Tent. That blew my mind.
That thing's awesome, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of stuff. That I live for that. That Nintendo Red Tent was posted on OfferUp for $300, under toys, I think, and nobody knew it was there because it should have never been there when I picked it up. Somebody else should have grabbed it, and it was hilarious because I go to this house. You never know who you're gonna deal with, and it's parked out in the garage. The driveway in front of the garage. The guy's working on it as I drive up, and he looks a little. I don't know. He was all right, I guess. He didn't look too sketch, but I'm talking to him, and I don't notice that on the couch that's parked on the front of the house, there was a woman asleep, and she kind of just wakes up and snorts and looks at me. I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Nice.
I enjoy it. That's what makes it fun because you get stories like that, And that's hilarious. They had no idea what they had. They bought it from a Chinese food restaurant. They traded it for a used washing machine, and I'm not joking. and because you want to know, I'm like, hey, where'd you get this? Because I wanted to know the story, Oh, we got it from a Chinese food restaurant. We traded it for an old washing machine. I was like, okay, well, that's not exactly what I was expecting, but
also,
thanks.
Why did they think did they just see Nintendo and thought to trade for it?
I have no idea. They must have thought, you know how some people are just out there for a quick buck.
Yeah.
They probably saw it and thought, oh yeah, I can sell it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And the funny part is they could sell it for a lot more than they sold it to me. They just didn't know how to sell it, And,
right.
So it had, 4-player tennis in it. Both monitors work. It was, I don't have the keys, but it was, we were able to get it open. And, immediately I call a buddy of mine that's an arcade vendor, and he gets me a Mario / RBI baseball, board. Pop that in, and I've been playing it ever since. So so that's what I live for, man, is finding stuff like that. That Xbox kiosk I found was $20.
Wow.
And that was
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was. And again, I get off work. It's about 20 minutes from where I work. And I drive there. I don't know what to expect. It's just a picture online, and it's parked out in their driveway with a white piece of paper that says $20. And they weren't even home. So I could have just put it in my truck and drove away, but I waited for them. And, there's these two ladies, look like they'd smoked way too much their entire lives,
Yeah.
One of them's missing a tooth, And
Nice.
I'm like, hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, how's it going? And, I said, where'd you get this? They got it from the Moose Lodge. And the I swear to God, the Moose Lodge got a Wii kiosk, so they no longer needed the original Xbox kiosk.
Oh, well, good for the Moose Lodge.
Yeah. And the lady goes, I make things. I was like, well, that's cool. She goes, yeah, I was gonna make it in an aquarium. So lucky for me,
God.
she did. Yeah. So lucky for me, she didn't have an Xbox aquarium in her garage, or I would never got it. But she had an empty arcade cabinet in her garage, a Z-Back, if you guys know about arcade cabinets. It was empty, gutted, no monitor, no board, no nothing. She said that she loves football. I'm not kidding. She loves football. She's gonna paint it green and yellow for the Green Bay Packers, and then she's gonna sit in it and drink beer. While she's watching the game. This is like the stuff I live for. It's like the interactions like that, And I go, so I'm a nice guy because I'm humoring her. I'm just like, oh yeah, that sounds great. I don't even. It's bizarre, but whatever floats your boat. You know what I mean? So,
well, you're up in that north central California area.
Yes, yeah, I do. It's the air or something.
Yeah, or meth. It's also meth. Yeah,
but
a lot of meth.
What? But you know what? The farther north you go, the cheaper it gets. So there is that.
Oh no, I used to live in Northern California.
Did you?
Yeah, I was a resident of Marysville, Yuba City.
Oh, okay.
If you know that.
Yeah, I live in Little Lodi.
Yeah, I know Lodi.
Yeah,
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
So also lived in Roseville for a little while.
Okay, yeah, Roseville's where I got my Xbox kiosk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's
There by Folsom Lake.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, so we're in the same stomping grounds. At least we used to be. So. Yeah,
a little bit. Well, my family lives up in that area, so I would travel up there as a child. Yeah. And then also when I was in the military, that's how I got up. I was at Beale Air Force Base. That's where I was in. Marysville and Yuba City.
Yep. All right.
Beautiful Twin Cities.
There you go, man.
There's a lot of meth out there.
Yeah. I never partake in the meth. Man, maybe I'll keep it. I'm keeping an open mind. Maybe I'll try it later.
Nah, I think meth is. I think it's one of those drugs to avoid.
Yeah, I think that the ladies I got that kiosk from, they were probably fans.
Yeah.
So
if you love acne and no teeth, meth is the drug for you.
Well, I'm telling you, there was like a spokesmodel for that, for selling me that kiosk for $20. So, but anyway, it was good times.
Yeah, it's also the diet drug. So
yeah,
if you ever need to cut weight.
Maybe not advisable.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, let's dial that back a second.
Yeah,
we are not endorsing meth on the Collector's Quest podcast.
Ignore Johnny.
No, you've seen me. I'm fat. There's no way I'm on meth.
Oh, man.
Oh, I can't even imagine. If I was like a tweaker on meth with my like OCD stuff already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. No thanks.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, well, I know what it meant. Your room would change every day.
Yeah, every single day.
Yeah.
Well, and like you'd get paranoid. I'd think there was listening devices in the games. I'd be opening them. No thanks.
Pulling all the batteries out.
Yeah. I could imagine, and I don't want to.
You cringe, and you're like, no, that's a good enough reason as any not to do that.
Yep, I know what that future looks like, and I'll just avoid it. I'll just be pleasantly plump. I'm okay. If I need to cut weight, I'll just run, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so reeling it back in a little bit.
Sure.
You're just kind of collecting free, going for the Saturn and the Sega CD kind of loosely.
Yeah. I've never been a list guy. I do have some apps. I know you're a big fan of the apps on the iPhone. No, but I do have some that help me kind of keep track so I don't buy doubles, although I've got a pretty good memory. But yeah, again, I just live for the hunt, man. That I one of my big Instagram posts a couple years ago was when I found a Panic Restaurant box at the flea market. So I mean, you can still find stuff.
Yeah, it's just harder.
Yeah, I lost my mind when that happened, but
that's a favorite of Kat's. She loves some Panic
just
Restaurant.
A little bit.
That's a great game.
It is a good game.
Yeah. The guy, it was on Mother's Day at the flea market, and the guy had put his table back behind his blanket, like far back, so you couldn't really see it. And I'm pushing my daughter around in a stroller, and I see an NES with a zapper, kind of out of the corner of my eye. So I start working my way to the table. As I'm working my way to the table, I'm seeing, whoa, boxed NES games. Whoa, there's Jetsons. Oh man. And then there's Panic Restaurant, and I was like, oh, so I'm just like losing my mind as I'm walking up to this table. And the it was great.
Yeah, well, I was just out doing some video game shopping with a friend, and we found copies of Rise of Robots.
Yeah.
You saw that?
He what's
The
his name? What's his?
The VGDB.
Yeah. I've done a trade with him for some Game Gear games.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky to find that. That's because the box ones are you can get a loose cart, you can't get a box.
No, it's impossible to find that.
So
So finds do happen, and they happen.
Yeah.
Here and
Just
there.
just not at the rate that it used to be.
No,
but
no.
That still makes it, for me, it still makes it fun. Some people get frustrated and they complain, I went out garage sailing, I didn't find anything. That's not how I look at it. I look at it as fun. Just the hunt is fun. And when you do find something, it just, it makes it so much more enjoyable that because it's such a more of a rare occurrence, But for me, it's fun. I don't know. I feel like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I think that's a great attitude. Because I mean, a lot of guys say, well, I enjoy the hunt. But then you see their post and they're all annoyed that they haven't found anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, you enjoy the kill. You don't enjoy the hunt. So
Yeah. And then it's on your shelf.
Yeah.
And then you don't play it. The fun part is actually, hunting. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy finding a deal, but I'm an eBay carouser. I search and troll eBay, and I mean, I trade Instagram, and I look locally too. But most of my hunting is on eBay, and you can actually still find a deal once in a while on eBay.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
So do you do
every now and then?
Do you do any modern stuff, or do you have like a cutoff?
No, no, I don't have a cutoff. I have everything. You name it, I got it. PS4 is kind of my favorite, current gen console. I don't play nearly as much as I used to because I'm, busy with real life and all that stuff. But Uncharted 4. What else? Yeah, what did I just pick up? Picked up Phantom Pain for $15 at a pawn shop. Thought that was kind of a fair price, so picked that up. What else? I don't know. So the PS4 is kind of what I'm playing new wise. But I've got them all. I thought the 360 was an excellent console. I thought the library was fantastic. Loved the controller. If it wouldn't have had the red ring early on, I thought it could be one of the greatest consoles ever. I loved that console.
I agree. Also, the Xbox Store had an amazing assortment of games, and I think that people fail to realize that. The controller, though, is hands down the best controller. The 360 controller is amazing. Yeah,
I loved the 360. Plus, I was in my 20s when it first came out, so the Xbox Live experience was great.
Yeah.
My nights were filled with, running my mouth like an idiot playing Gears of War and, just laughing and joking with all my buddies that I had met either online or, were friends in real life. I don't know. It was just a blast. The 360 is going to be probably one of those sets that I may someday go for just because of the, I guess you can almost say it will have nostalgic value.
Yeah.
Eventually here.
Well, I think a lot of kids are going to be that way. I mean, Xbox Live, was kind of a seminal moment in gaming. I think people kind of underrate it. Like, people want to talk about PS3, but the online experience on the 360 was sublime. It was the premier experience, and still kind of is.
It's a game changer, and the reason why we have so many sequels and first-person shooters and everything like that is, I think that era is really what changed everything.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no better place to be called something homophobic or racist.
My favorite was, it seemed like every time I turned around, I was running into a gamer tag that was like Master Chief 420. Was so many of them. It was hilarious.
A buddy of mine, Matt, and I, we played Call of Duty together a bunch, and he I just hate all the 420 tags. You're just stop it. In Call of Duty, you could make your emblem, so it was always like, a leaf or a bong, and you're just like, guys, this is so boring and typical. You were so typical. Just stop it.
Yeah, I loved it, though. It was great.
No, I enjoyed the playing, but the 420 tags were everywhere. It's just tiring.
It killed me, yeah.
And I'm just going to throw this out there for anyone listening. If you don't hear Kat so much sometimes, we're having kind of a weird audio issue. So it's not that she doesn't like us or that Johnny's holding her back. She's got audio problems.
It's because we talked too much Sega tonight.
Yeah.
No, I like Sega. I just get bits and pieces of what you guys hear, and then I get you delayed, and sometimes I get you on top of Johnny, so it's just a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Whoa.
Wait, that's a picture we need. I'll drive to LA for that.
Well, I mean,
we'll do that.
there's still a pretty good chance I'll be in Portland. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you're going to go.
I'm thinking about it. My wife and I were initially going to go,
Yeah.
and then she was like, I don't know if I need to go because I got so many work trips going on, so I had to like cut the vacation days down. So I was thinking of just flying in Friday and hanging out. She was like, I don't need to go just to hang out. She's like, you can just go.
Yeah.
So
do it, man. You can. I'm bringing 3 of us Sega nerds are driving up because it's a 10-hour drive.
yeah.
We're not going to fly. We're going to drive.
Flight for me is like $190 or something from LA,
well,
so it's not so bad.
It's not bad at all. I don't know why we're driving. We're driving anyway. But
when you got a group of guys, $600 is a lot different than
that's
just
true.
me.
That's true. Yeah, so you should come, man, because it's a blast. You've been there before, right?
I went for the first time last year, and I was kind of on a family vacation. I'm with friends and their daughter, she's just turning 3 next week. So she was only 2 the last trip. So, it was kind of a different. We went and toured Portland, so I only got to be really at the convention for maybe 6 hours.
Okay.
And I wasn't, and I wasn't that big into Instagram then. So I didn't really know that many people. I knew some of the Nintendo Age guys, so I went and talked to them. But I didn't really have like a community.
Yeah, tons of Instagrammers were there, and it was crazy. When I went 2 years ago, I think it was, and as I walked into the damn hall, I was like, I'm not joking, surrounded by people that I only knew on the internet, and they were like, "Hey man, what's going on? Hey," like as soon as I walked in, it was crazy. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'll message you. Maybe we can.
Yeah,
we can arrange something. I'll see where you're staying, and if I can get a few other people, maybe we'll get like a good group up there. I would like to. I mentioned this to some of the other guys we were at SoCal Retro with. That they want to go. So if I can commit some of these guys into rope them in, share a room with me or something, then.
Well, I mean, it's by far the best show in the country, I would say. Retro gaming wise.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, what's the one on the East Coast?
MagFest.
Yeah, I know that was supposed to be
the
pretty
Midwestern
good.
Classic one.
Yeah. I don't know, PRGE, whatever. That's the best one for me. Okay, I used to go to the one in Vegas. That was pretty good, but this one.
You like the Vegas? I went to the Vegas ones.
I went to them. I mean, it was small. It was small-ish.
Yeah.
But man, I found deals like crazy there. So I guess it's all perspective,
Yeah, well, I mean,
and I liked that you could trade. Remember, they had the room off across the hall that you could trade.
Right. Yeah, I set up in there one year and just like traded my ass off.
You know what's funny, man? I probably ran into you then.
Oh, you know that? For sure.
Because I went to every single one. It was in the Bay Area, and then I went to every single one after that. I guarantee you and I like.
Oh yeah, we've brushed shoulders before.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a small community. It's getting bigger, but it's still small. Especially back then, like 5 years ago, it was even much smaller.
Oh man, yeah. We were, yeah.
So yeah, I'll see if I can wrangle that out. I originally wanted to like wrangle Kat to be out there too. I was hoping to get like a super live episode, but this year got so busy so quick. I've been like, I feel like I've been on my heels for the last 3 months.
I feel like we talked about this and we were like, yeah, we got lots of time, and I'm like, oh no, we have no time.
Yeah, it does come quick.
Yeah. I don't even. It's September now, and I actually can't process that at all.
It's crazy.
Yeah, my wife was just like, "All right, get the fall stuff out," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, it's nuts.
I missed something.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. You roll into Target, and there's like all the Halloween stuff out, and you're like, "What the hell?" Yeah, it's crazy.
We actually looked at Target Tuesday. They didn't have their Halloween stuff out yet, so maybe it'll be up soon.
Yeah, it's out, man.
It's
crazy. Yeah, well, at least in the little as you walk in.
Oh yeah, and that like the 99. I'm a connoisseur of Target. Yes, the $1 to $3 area. Yeah. I saw that stuff out there, but their seasonal displays aren't up yet.
Hey man, I just picked up what was it? Alien. What's the newest Alien game for the Xbox One and PS4? Alien.
Colonel Marines or something?
No, that was after that. What the hell is it called? Anyway, it was $5.98 at Target clearance.
That's how you can tell it's a Target price. Got that 8 cent on it.
Yeah, you got to have that. And Alien.
Cat's jealous. She doesn't have Targets. Oh,
Alien,
okay.
Yeah, and that was reviewed well, from what I understand. I was talking to my buddy. He's like, "Should I get it for $6?" And they're like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I get it for $6."
For $6, it's like hard to lose. Yeah, maybe I'll swing by Target tomorrow and see if another one is there.
$5.98, man. There's like 8 copies. I almost bought all of them. Instead, I just bought one.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Just on modern stuff. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger. I was like, man, these are sealed. I'll just trade them later, but no, I didn't do it.
All right. Well, I know Kat, we've got to wrap up with her pretty quick, so maybe we should move into the second part of the show. But I would like you to come back because we got to do like a full Sega. We haven't done like a full Sega review, and I want to like go console by console and kind of get
Sounds
some
good.
info. And I need another Sega compatriot who's got like deep Genesis knowledge.
Besides, if you don't invite me back, they'll think you're like stealing my.
Oh yeah. They'll be like, oh yeah, too good
my
for
knowledge.
Eric again.
Yeah.
Way to go, steal his collection and then bury him. Yeah, I'm sure they thought like
you
I murdered
don't want
you.
any more hate mail.
I
get
awesome.
like a weird amount of like. I don't think I post anything that offensive.
It might just be collection envy, man.
Yeah, I don't like
You know,
that's so outside of my
that.
mind. I guess that's true, but I'm not. I feel like I'm pretty liberal about like I embrace everybody as whatever your collection is. I feel like that's good for you.
Yeah.
Like I never put people down for their collections. Like let's all just do this together. Let's be a community. So yeah, maybe it is envy. I my brain is never there.
I got a one hate story for you.
Okay.
I posted a quick video of an unboxing, right?
Okay.
And I guess I tossed the box on my table too violently.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I am not joking. And the comment section like blew up. Eric, just because you can afford this stuff and you have this big collection doesn't mean the rest of us can't. And you should really treat things with respect. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, it's a shipping box full of peanuts or whatever. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? It was insane. So yeah, you have to watch it sometimes. You get the hate.
Yeah.
The funny part is I'm by far not even close to being rich. I do everything on the cheap, and it was just hilarious to me that I got heat for violently tossing a shipping box. So anyway, yeah, it was amazing.
The internet is a strange and wonderful place.
It is.
I did troll one Sega forum. I think you maybe you've heard the story, but the hang tabs on all the Sega games.
Yes.
So I was like, man, I just like I think I titled the video "Hang Up with Hang Tabs," and I was just like, these things are so annoying. Like I went through I explained like Genesis versus Nintendo hang tabs, and like went through the whole thing, and I was like, but I find these Genesis ones really annoying because now I can't fit things on the shelves, and I just started cutting hang tabs off. In the video, I actually pulled out Buster Douglas. I had swapped the case and just started cutting the hang tabs. Yeah, people lost their minds. They were
That's hilarious.
They were damaged cases that couldn't be used. They were like cracked or damaged.
They don't stop to think.
I don't want to. I really wish you wouldn't have brought that subject up with the hang tabs because it's a sore subject for me because I used to cut them all off because I like them uniform on the shelf. So majority of mine are missing. And now that I, realize what I've done, I have to replace all these boxes.
It's not a big deal.
I know. I'm joking. But, it's funny now. When I find a game that's got a hang tab, I'm like, ooh, box upgrade.
Yeah. You're like, it's $1? It's $1 just for the box. Yeah, sweet.
Oh, man. NHL 93. Got to get it. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah.
Well, you got to be careful because the EA boxes are weird.
Oh, I know. Talking to the choir there.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't really care about I'm not the guy who won't buy a game because the hang tab is broken.
Oh man,
I'll just
no way. No.
There are a few different types, but it's easy to find out what type you've had and then just replace it. It's not.
Konami's different. EA's different. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. Yeah. So
I mean, they're like
we could bore people to death with all that.
Well, we will. We'll save it for an episode though.
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the second part of the episode and kind of get through this. On the second part of the show, you know because you listen, but we ask, what are you playing and what are you buying? So we'll start with you, Eric. What are you playing? Right.
What am I playing? I've been playing my modded Xbox a lot because it's plugged into the new kiosk I picked up. So I played Ninja Baseball Batman the other night. Have you guys heard of that one?
No, what the hell is that?
Oh, it's awesome.
I have not heard of that.
You guys have not heard of it? Okay. How do I explain it? Okay. You're a ninja Japanese baseball player.
Okay.
But very cartoony. I don't even know if that's the best description. And you run around with a baseball bat and you fight these giant baseballs and these giant bats. They're all very cartoony and the music is ridiculous. It's like Streets of Rage and Final Fight had a baby with a baseball game.
Is it a homebrew?
That's what it is. No, God, no. It was in arcades in Japan.
Oh.
I forget who makes it, but it's awesome. And actually Angry Video Game Nerd talked about it a little bit. I don't know when, a couple of years ago or something, because he liked the name of it, because Batman's in the title.
Yeah.
So
but they literally meant man with bat.
Yeah, and it's if you have MAME, you've probably got the game.
Okay.
And so that one I've been playing. Uncharted 4,
which is a great game.
Yeah, of course, fantastic. When he cracks open the PlayStation 1 in the beginning, oh my
so
god.
Good. That's such a surreal moment.
I had goosebumps, and I didn't even realize I was that nostalgic for the PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
And he pops it up. Oh, man, he turns it on, and I was like, oh, my God. I'm like reaching for my phone, trying to, like, record it for some reason, because I was so excited to see it, Oh, man. Anyway, so, yeah, I think the Xbox kiosk with MAME, been playing that a lot, and then I guess Uncharted 4 would be what I'm playing currently.
Okay. And Kat, what about you?
I've been playing some Luigi's Mansion, which should make you happy with upcoming Halloween.
I am. I love this season, and I love to embrace it.
The GameCube one?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that game. I'd beat that game. That's fun.
It's a great game.
Yeah, it's a nostalgic one for me, and I usually play it like once a year or something, so I figure it's going to start to slow down now, so it's an okay time to get into it. What about you, Johnny? What have you been playing?
I'm still playing a little Silent Hill. Just kind of mucking around with that Silent Hill 2, the HD collection.
Any better yet?
The controls are really, it's tough for me to get into it. I'm enjoying the story. I finished the movie, the first movie, which I actually enjoyed. Thought it was actually an okay horror movie. But the game, I'm just kind of meh on. I can see what they're going for, and it's an interesting idea.
Is it the tank controls?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, similar, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just hard. You're which way? Which way am I moving? Okay, no, that's not. I'm pressing a direction and I'm moving a different, on the screen, moving a different way, and I don't.
That's hard to go back to.
But I had a recommendation to play. What is it? Silent Hill Shattered Memories, the one on the Wii, the remake of the first one, or the reboot, I should say, of the first one. I was told that was actually really good, and the controls for the Wii were really good. So I'm kind of skeptical, but I own it, so I'm gonna do my diligence and put that in this weekend and try that out. And Crossy Road, I've been playing some Crossy Road. Kat, we said we were gonna do it for this episode, but I know we got a little behind, and we put this episode out probably sooner than we expected. So you've been playing it all?
I played a couple times. I haven't got a whole lot into it, so whenever you want to go for a specific level, we'll see who's better.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we should just stick to the Mickey level since we both have the Mickey one. Just use Mickey.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe that'll be something we'll do next week.
Yeah. I figure that'll give us a little time to practice and actually throw down. If you wanna download some Disney Crossy Road, Eric,
you know what?
You can join us in this competition.
I'm embarrassed to say I've been obsessed still with Pokemon Go. I don't know if anybody.
No, my wife. We were just talking. We talked before you came on. My wife is super pumped for the new iWatch features or the Apple Watch features.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, my wife
there's supposed to be a trading update in October. If that happens, that'll be a lot of fun. So I've been stocking up for my future trades.
All right. Okay. Pokemon trading, that leads us into a good space. What have you been buying? What have you bought? Most recent games, what'd you pick up?
Oh man. Most recent games, let's see, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I got when I was on vacation, I got a Virtual Boy box for my console. Nice. That was kind of cool. I got stack of Saturn games. Robotica, Wing Arms, Machine Head, Command and Conquer. So I think, I've kind of been obsessed with the Xbox kiosk, so I've been picking up, actually found controllers with the arms on eBay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's funny because I paid $20 for the kiosk. The two controllers are going to cost me about 5 times what I paid for the kiosk to get the controllers.
Course, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm happy to complete it.
Okay, those are some solid pickups. And Kat, what about you?
I have bought nothing.
You have bought nothing.
I bought nothing.
It's okay. We forgive you. I know it's still bridal season. Once you're out from that, I know you'll be picking up some stuff. And for me, it has actually been a slow week. I only picked up 2 things, and for me, that's slow. I picked up Vampire.
Really?
I
Yes.
can relate.
Slow.
Yeah, I can relate. I lose track of what I buy. I buy so much crap.
Oh, and It's not exactly true. I bought 2 things on eBay which aren't here, so I don't like to count them until they actually arrive.
Right.
You know, because you never know.
Because you never know. Yeah.
Right. So the 2 things I bought were Vampire Hunter D and Dracula for the PlayStation 1.
All right.
Because I love picking up anything that reminds me of Halloween. And I'm not a big anime guy, but I did like Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, I think I've seen that at least once. That was pretty cool, if I remember right.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I also did not know it was on the PlayStation 1. So when I found it, I don't even know if I got a good price. I was just like, $20? Awesome. I'm going to buy this game. Sure.
It's on the Saturn too, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I feel like it is.
No,
anyway.
That's D.
Oh, it's D. Okay. All right.
I don't think it's based on that, but D is also because D is also on the PlayStation.
Okay.
In a long box, I think.
All right.
Now I have to double check all that, but
anyway.
So that's what I bought, and I think that that wraps us up. So let's get into where we can find everybody. Kat, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Katsylvania, KATSELVANIA.
And Eric, where can we find you?
Lord_Sega Instagram.
Anywhere else? You got any other projects? Anything we need to know about?
No, for now that's it. That's what I've got going.
Okay, and you can find me at Johnny_Iucci, and that's JOHNNY_IUCCI. You can check out the blog if you want at Game Over Johnny, and you can check out the YouTube channel. Just search Johnny Iucci, and you will find that there. All right, Eric, thanks so much for coming on, man. Really appreciate it. We got to have you back for the full Sega chat. Thanks for sharing with us, though, tonight.
Yeah, a lot of fun, man. Sounds good.
Okay, Kat, talk to you next time. Everybody, see you next week. Bye.